Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mark DiCarlo. Tonight, my guest is Mr. Ramon Trejo, and he is a World War II veteran. And of course, you know, we're honored to have him. Were you drafted in World War II?
Yes,
How old were you?
19.
Had you finished high school and then they drafted you? Or?
No, I didn't go. I go to school only to 5th grade.
The 5th grade.
Yeah.
And then you dropped out to what? To work?
You mean after?
After when you dropped out of 5th, you quit 5th grade, or you
Yeah.
dropped out? What
Yeah.
did you do? All right, and then what happened? Did
You know-
go to work, or what did you?
Yeah. We used to live on the ranch, you know, and they sent us to school. We were by 12 years old. That's why, you know.
So you lived on a ranch,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
And then you went to the 5th grade.
Yeah. I went to. We moved close to San Diego, you know.
San Diego,
Town.
Texas. I
Yeah.
tried a case over there
Yeah.
once or twice. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then I go 2 years and that, and then they brought me from there to.
When you were drafted,
Yeah.
where did you go for basic training? In the United States somewhere?
Yes, I was in Arkansas.
Arkansas? Is
Yeah.
that the first time you had left Texas?
Yeah.
Is that the first time you left
Yeah,
Texas when you'd
yeah.
gone to Arkansas?
Yes.
How long was basic training?
By 6 weeks.
6 weeks?
Yeah.
Was it hard or was it easy?
No, it was hard.
Was it?
Yeah. And then they sent me to finish the drafting, the training. We went to Washington, close to the Super Bowl.
Washington D.C., close to Washington D.C.
Yes.
I don't know if they're with the base
Tacoma,
Quantico, Virginia. or something?
Tacoma, the town is Tacoma, Washington.
The state of Washington.
Yes,
the state of Washington, north
yeah.
of California.
30,
Okay.
30 miles from
Mhm.
this is a city hall.
Seattle.
Those hospitals.
Seattle. Okay. And so where did you go from there? Did you stay in the United States after basic training, or were you?
No, from there, I went to California. They sent me to California.
What year was it you were drafted again?
I spent training in Mojave Desert.
Mojave Desert.
Yeah.
What year were you drafted? I have here enlisted record and report of separation, honorable discharge. It looks like, did you go in 1942?
Yes.
That's right, November of 1942.
Yes.
Do you remember who the president was when you went in?
Yes.
Who?
Yeah. Roosevelt.
Roosevelt?
Yeah.
A lot of people used to love FDR. They used to love Franklin Delano Roosevelt. They felt that he did a lot for working class people. Did you think that? Did you have a high opinion of FDR? Did you like him?
Yeah, I like it.
Did you?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so you were, so did you eventually go overseas?
Yeah. From California, they sent me to Louisiana, and we do more training there. And from Louisiana, they sent me to New York, and then.
Mm-hmm. So you were in a lot of states then.
Oh yes.
Arkansas, you said, right?
Yes.
The state of Washington,
Yeah.
Louisiana,
Yeah.
and then you went to where?
Louisiana, and then to New York.
New York, and then you departed from New York.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so you're on what? Some sort of you departed, I guess, by ship, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and how were the how long did it? Where did you go to? Am I correct in saying you went to Normandy?
When I landed over there, we landed in England.
You went to England first.
Yeah. It's another little country. I don't remember where.
Before England, you went to somewhere else, do you think?
Yeah. And then from there we crossed to France.
How long were you in England?
In England,
Just a day, or?
just by 1 week, or
Okay.
because they get ready, they give us the ammunition, because of here we didn't have.
Okay, so they gave you ammunition in England. What did they tell you? You're going to go to France. There's going to be a big battle. What was explained?
Yes, it was Normandy.
Normandy.
Yeah,
And
they killed a lot of people there.
yes.
But the only thing good for us was that by the time we got to land, the American, they already got the lane, they put them out.
America did what? What did they bomb before you landed?
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying? There was a lot of bombing before you landed?
Yeah,
Well, so
and that Germany, they used to kill when they coming out of the airplane.
paratroopers, people
Yeah, and then
people parachuting down.
yeah, before they hit the ground, they kill him.
So these were Americans that were parachuted in, and there were many people killed before they hit the ground.
Yes,
Is that right?
yes.
But you didn't. You landed via some sort of a watercraft, right?
Yeah.
And did you see, when you landed? Was there a lot of shooting? Did you see any Germans? Were you fighting immediately? What happened?
I was a machine gunner, when in.
Is this a machine gun you carried? Is
Yeah,
that a machine gun?
We used a carrier to carry the ammunition for the guns,
Yes.
And I have a round
A
one.
turret
Yeah,
sort of thing.
was.
All right.
And-
So you were on an actual something similar to a tank with a machine gun on top.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
And you
Yes.
ran the machine gun.
Yeah.
Where did they train you to do that, or did they just say,
Yeah,
put a little trigger and aim?
No, they trained me over there. I don't know where,
Mhm.
but they trained me for the machine gun.
So they trained you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was.
So you were supposed to shoot any German you saw. Is that what you're supposed to do?
No, we used to shoot the airplanes.
You were shooting an airplane.
Yes, only.
So overhead, did you see
Yes,
German airplane,
yeah.
German aircraft?
Yeah.
All right. Did you shoot and hit any? Did you down any German aircraft when you landed? Do you know?
Well, I'm going to tell you. They fired one airplane by 100 people. They have a machine gunners from this side and this side. So when airplane, somebody hit it, but you
don't know who hit
you
it.
You don't know.
Because you had so many.
Yes, that's right.
Let me ask you this. Were you real scared that you were going to get shot? I'd have been pretty scared. Were you scared?
Yeah, a little bit. One time, my helper, he ran away.
He ran away?
Yeah, they left me by myself.
Did he come back?
Yeah, he come back. But I don't report him. If I report him, they
They'd
do
shoot him.
something. Yeah, they.
Court martial him.
Yeah.
Well, how well did you know English when you were drafted into World War II? Did you know English real well?
Yeah. No, in England?
Yes. Did you know
No,
English very well?
no, in England, just a little
no,
bit.
Could you speak English real well? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You could?
Yeah. And in England, I spent only a few days.
Okay, but in your language skills, could
Oh,
you speak English? real
Yeah,
well?
they give me a school over there too. I was by 7 countries, and
Well, were you with your assistant? Was he Mexican American? Was he Mexican American? Did he speak English real well, or did
I speak. They show me over there more because I didn't know very well English, but they give every day in the training, they had a lot of.
They actually taught you English in training? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, they give you.
Okay, they helped you. So, how long were you on that beach at Normandy? Was it an hour? 12 hours? How long did it take us to take the beach? And how long were you there?
Well, no, when we took, well, in 1 month, we got Brest, 20,000 German. We got it out of there. We caught it, the airplanes. They took the sky and the.
Are you saying we killed 20,000 or we took 20,000 prisoners? Or either or both?
We got out of there when they quit. They say there were 20,000. No food, no. They caught only. No, we caught the ground, you know, and the Marines. They got the water, and so they give up in 1 month.
I see. So you say you caught 20,000 Germans.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
They surrendered in 1
Yes,
month.
surrendered. Yeah.
So
they don't run out of food. No.
what did you think when you went over there? Before you went over there, what did you think of the Germans and Germany and Hitler? Did you think these were awful people? Did you think, I don't care, I could care less about the Germans, but I'm drafted, so I'll do the best that I can?
Yeah.
What did you think, sir?
Well, the Germans, they're all right. You know, they're good people. The bad people was the Nazis, you know.
The Nazi party.
Yeah, yes. They used to kill. When we finished the war, you know, we had the enemy over here, you know. We were shooting the enemy, and Germany, they were behind. If the Germany tried to quit, the same Germany kill him.
So the Germans would, basically, I think that they said Saddam Hussein was going to do the same thing in the Middle East. If they saw the Germans behind them, would kill them if they saw any deserters or anything that would run away. So they were the party that forced everybody into the war and so on.
Yeah, but the rest of the Germans, you know, when we finished, I could be to remember we meet the Russos, and we spent over there about 2 months. We got a lot of in one field, you know. They give up. They don't want to give up with Russia, so they give up with us, and we had to take care of them to not go out, not go nowhere.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand. There was one field that the Germans wouldn't give up.
No, they don't want to give up with Russia, because they did a lot of bad things with Russia, you know, kill old people. So
the Germans, you're saying, committed a lot of atrocities and slaughters
so
in Russia. I have to believe that's true.
They want to give up with America, and we got a lot of them.
So the Germans didn't want to surrender to the Russians.
No.
They wanted to surrender to the United States because they felt that the Russians would kill them or torture them or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, I don't know a lot about history. Were there Russians there too?
Yeah. We meet the Russians.
You met the Russians?
Yeah, we got the Russia. There was they got the German coming to us because they don't want to use they they built one bridge for us, so the Germans use it to go and give the rifles.
So Germans really wanted to surrender the United States.
Yeah.
And back in World War II, according to what we've read, America had a very high morals. They didn't torture or anything like that. Have you followed the politics lately where Americans have engaged in torture against people in the Middle East? Have you followed that?
No, I don't see no.
Oh, you haven't seen that? But they used to talk about the Geneva Convention a lot and all that. I wondered if you had an opinion on that. So how long were you actually in France?
In France, I don't remember, by 3, okay, let me see, by 3 months, I guess, because I was on duty, fighting with the 8 months.
So you were actually in action.
Yeah,
8
months.
8 months.
8 months, that's right.
So what else were you a machine gunner the whole time?
No.
Or were you an infantryman sometime? You carried a rifle and you went house to house? What did you do the rest of the time when you saw action?
I was number 1 in the artillery. I fired the big guns, 18-foot gun. And I, you know how they.
And was that on that of course was on? What was your target area? What were you were shooting? What was your target area?
Well, they have some people on the front, They say, where I give.
There was somebody who spotted you and told you what to fire at.
Yeah, I was a volunteer to watch the lieutenant, the big people.
Yes.
Yeah, I was, and I saw how they work. They say give me one shot so long, over the target, and then say, give me another shot before the shot. And then, with that machine, the next one say, another one.
So they would have like a machine, and they would guide you that way.
Yes.
And they tell you to go up by degrees, many degrees, things like that.
Yeah.
And they would shoot. I see.
There were 12 big guns at the 18, and then when one shot or two hit the target, the lieutenant say, company, give me so many shots. And if they give a good place, what they say, then say battalion, so many shots, the ground make it that way.
You can feel the ground shake.
Yeah, it's shake.
So you were in action then, and mostly on big guns. Why did they pick you to be a machine gunner and on big guns instead of a regular man just holding a rifle? Why was there a reason?
No reason.
No reason. No reason. No. Okay, and then following, so the entire time you were in France in World War II, you were you were a machine gunner, and then you were with the big guns, right?
Yes.
And
with
then,
the same company.
Okay, and then that 8 months, I'm not familiar with history, but I assume that then we took France at that point.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We took France. Okay.
First.
Okay.
And then Belgium, Holland.
Did you go to those other countries as well, or were you only in France? Did you go to
No. We fought.
Where else did you fight?
I was in Belgium, Holland, and then
Belgium and Holland.
yeah.
What is? I have something here on your discharge and separation papers. It says Northern France, and then it says Ardennes. Ardennes. What is that? Do you remember?
No.
Okay. It says the Rhineland.
Yeah. No.
No, you don't. You don't recall.
No.
But you were in Belgium and Holland, and
Yeah.
okay. And was there action in Belgium and Holland?
Yeah.
Did you have to fight the Germans
Yeah.
to get them out of the
Yeah.
Belgium and Holland as well?
We were 25 miles before Berlin. That's when the war finished. 25 miles.
You were 25 miles from Berlin.
Yeah.
I think isn't that where Hitler was holed up? Wasn't he in a bunker and they bombed Hitler in Berlin? Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, and you were just 25 miles. Is that when the war ended? When you were 25 miles?
Yes. I got the victory medal.
You were probably you were probably happy that you didn't have to go into Berlin, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you were 25 miles from Berlin, you were actually in Germany then.
Yeah.
When the war ended. Okay.
We spent by 1 month and a half in Germany to take care of all the prisoners,
Mm-hmm. Oh, you guarded German prisoners
Yes,
of war?
after the war.
How did we treat the German prisoners of war? Was your experience? Did we treat them well? Did you
They
beat them?
treat it better than the American, you can say.
We treated them better than.
If they saw one German half dead and the other two, they take care pretty good of the German. They take care. And the German, you know what they do? They kill him.
So the Americans took care of the Germans better than the Germans took care of the Germans.
Yeah.
Because if the Americans saw, I think you're stating, if the Americans saw a wounded German or a sick German, they would take care of them, but the Germans would what, shoot them?
Yes. They kill him.
That's Did you see many people killed when you were there?
Yeah, I see quite a few.
Did you?
Yeah. I see a lot of civilians because the field artillery, we fight by 30 miles,
Mm-hmm.
and then we
You
go.
could see 30 miles?
The guns.
Oh, would go 30 miles.
The guns shot 30 miles. And then when they give up, we went over there and we see a lot of people, civilians, with brains coming out and hollering for help. I tell them, the doctor come around.
Were there doctors?
Yeah, there were a lot of.
Did you bring doctors with you when you invaded?
No, I don't. But I knew they take pretty good care of the wounded.
Of the
German.
wounded?
Yeah.
Of the wounded Germans?
Yeah.
But what about the civilians? You didn't see them? Did you see any of them taken care of?
They treated all right. Yeah. The Russia kill him. All the old people, they kill him.
So you saw the Russians slaughter old people? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what they say. I didn't.
You didn't see it?
No, I didn't see it.
Did you fight alongside of Russians with Russians or French, or did you only fight with the Americans? Did you ever fight alongside these other people?
No.
No?
Only with an American. I was.
Okay, and there was then how long? So you were in Germany, 25 miles from Berlin when the war ended. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
And when the war ended, how long had you been in the service? A year or so?
After that?
No, before the war. Were you in the service 1 year before the war ended?
No, I was 3 years in And
You-
you,
Okay.
you know,
So you were drafted. You were in there 3 years total.
3 years. But over there in Germany, I mean, when in overseas, only for 1 year.
1 year over there.
Yeah.
Did they pay you a lot?
You know, and then they give me 1 month for law to go to my house. And
To go home?
Yeah, and they give us a paper where to report in California to go to fight with the Japoneses. When I was in my furlough, they dropped the 2 bombs, and then we went to California.
So you actually went to California because they were afraid they were going to invade. The Japanese were going to invade from California.
No, to go help over there where they're fighting. They're gonna send to Japan, and then from there, when the war ended, they give us another month to see They took us to see the Hollywood and all that place.
Okay, but so you went after you got out. I'm sorry.
Yes.
After you left Europe, Germany, etc., then they shipped you to California.
Yeah.
And why did you go to California? Just to be on a base or whatever?
No, they're gonna send us to Japan to go fight over there.
Oh, I see. You were maybe going to go to fight in Japan, but you never went.
No.
Then
no.
they dropped. What happened? Did they drop the A bomb then?
Yes, and they give
dropped
up.
the A bomb. You know, a lot of people think that we shouldn't have dropped the A bomb on Japan. What did you think? Did you think we shouldn't have, or did you care, or what did you think?
I don't know, but the Japanese did it wrong when they invade America. They kill him without notice. You know
You mean when they bombed Pearl Harbor? You mean?
Yes, they did wrong.
So when you were in the service all this time, did they pay? How much money did you make? Do you remember? Did they pay you much money?
I don't remember, but I sent money to my father.
You sent money to your father?
Yeah, and my father saved it. He don't spend.
He saved it for you?
Yeah, when I come, I didn't know. When I was out of the army, I bought 1 car with the money.
My father said that when he was in World War II, he said that they had a program, they had a nickname for it. But I don't remember the nickname. But you would get out of the army, then you go on unemployment for 9 months or a year.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Did a lot of people, he claimed a lot of men just went on unemployment for a while after they got out of the service. Do you remember that?
No.
Did you have, do you remember was there unemployment available, or did you come right back and go to work?
No. When I was over there, when they give 1 month over there, we work over there with the army. All the people was in the army, they don't have people to work. And we went in one building, and they say they need some and got to pay. The same day they had to pay because sometimes they move it. Yeah, I worked 1 month.
So I'm sorry. After you got out of the army, are you saying you worked?
Yeah, before I still was in the army. I was in furlough, and they
Fort Hood, did you say?
Yeah, they give us, to spend 1 month, do what you want, like a civilian, and they help you find work. To work, you go work, and in the evening they pay you. They treat us pretty good in Germany. I mean, in California.
Okay, so were you still in the service when you were working?
Yeah, yes, 1 month.
1 month.
Yeah, and then they sent me to Texas, in Fort Bliss, Texas. They give me the paper. They tell me if I want to sign up And I tell him, I don't want nothing.
They wanted you to sign up again?
No, they want me. If you want, And I tell him, no, I don't want nothing with you. But you don't know, the army is all right for this school. If you finish the school or something, they help you out.
GI Bill, they call
Yeah,
that?
they help you out. But if you don't have a school, you got to work. They put peeling potatoes in. But I know the American treat pretty good. The people, they have finished the school or something.
Well, after you got out, did you try to go to school, or did you take any?
Yeah, I went to school.
Did you?
3 years. Cabinet maker, because my job is a carpenter.
Mm-hmm.
So I go 3 years to school, the cabinet maker.
And did the army pay for that?
They pay me.
They paid?
I work 8 hours, and then at 5 o'clock I go to cabinet to school to 12 o'clock for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
But they pay me.
So when you what is your opinion now looking back? How old are you, sir? How old are you?
Right now,
Yes, sir.
93.
So you're 93, and now looking back, we have a battleship over here. No, it's not a battleship. It's a flight carrier, right?
Yeah.
The Lexington. Have you ever gone to it?
No.
Why not? I know a lot of my father wasn't interested in going. Another older friend of mine was not interested in going on that. You just don't care about that, or?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, one friend of mine, he was I guess he passed away now, but he said he spent enough time on those ships. He doesn't want to spend any more time. How long did it take you to get to? Well, you went to England on boat. How long did it take you to get there?
By 12 days.
12 days.
Yeah. Because
my father said when he went over, he was in the Philippines, and he said when he went over, men were getting real sick, real seasick. A lot of problems with that.
Yeah.
Did you see that too?
Yes.
And he always hated the water after that.
Yeah. The boat where we go, they were from England, and they give us order, do whatever they say. In the morning breakfast, they use fish or something. If you don't like it, don't say no, eat it.
So you went to England, they'd have fish for breakfast. They said just keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
Just keep your mouth shut and do as you're told, right?
Yeah.
Well, so generally, were you happy? Do you look back as your experience like you liked it, you hated it? Do you have any opinions about World War II, or what do you sit back and think about it?
No.
No?
I don't want to no more.
Pardon me?
I don't want no more over there to go.
No. Are you a member of any veterans organizations or anything like that about being a veteran or a GI? Or
yeah.
You are?
I got a GI form with Dr.
GI
Garcia.
form?
Yes.
Dr. Garcia, you remember that?
Yes. Did you
know Dr. Hector P. Garcia very well?
Yeah.
You know him?
Yeah, he went over there to Alice. I am from Alice.
You're from Alice?
Yeah.
So so you knew him.
Yeah.
Do you think he did a lot? Do you remember a lot of problems Mexican Americans had years ago? Is that why he started the GI Forum?
Yes. Todavía.
Mm-hmm.
There's some places over there.
Still now?
They're I mean, they don't treat like they say. They say we gotta be the same, but
Yes,
no,
equal
no,
or the same.
equal, the
And
same.
it's not always that way.
No.
So let's talk about Hector P. Garcia. You joined the American GI Forum, and you think he did a good job with the Mexican Americans? He helped them a great deal?
Yes, because a lot, the Latinos in masses in other places, they have separated.
You were kept separated from the Anglo or white population.
Yes. And Garcia, he helped. He worked there. He make everybody go together. Garcia, in all that little places around Alice.
Well, let's talk about that. Did you ever see, supposedly, no, I don't know. Did you ever see the Ku Klux Klan here? The KKK, did you ever see them burn crosses or anything here?
No.
You never saw anything like that?
No.
But you did see a fair amount of, in terms of discrimination. What kind of discrimination was there? They would not give Mexican American jobs, or it was hard to get a job, or it was hard to. What were the difficulties?
Well, I saw in Alice, they didn't want to cut the hair to the Latinos.
So you couldn't even go to a barber. You could not get your hair cut at a barber.
And they have another place in a restaurant. They don't want, but Garcia, he closed it with the place.
Okay, so are you saying Mexican Americans had restaurants that were closed?
Yeah.
Or they weren't allowed to go into restaurants? Which one?
Because they don't want the Latinos to go there, and they close it. And Ali closed one restaurante, and it doesn't matter how big guys, like one guy from the bank from San Diego, they run him out from the barber shop.
So he went to the barber shop and they ran him out.
Yeah, I tell you.
Did you ever, I think that, I don't know, did Dr. Hector P. Garcia, were there any demonstrations or any kind of marches that he had? I don't remember that. I don't know that. Was there any demonstrations he had about equal rights or anything like that?
No, I don't know. No, I didn't see that.
Okay. And how about in the schools? Do you think that Latinos or Mexican Americans were treated fairly in the schools or not?
Yeah, and he worked pretty good for that. They make it even.
To make everything equal?
Yeah.
And you still don't think things are quite equal now? You think that sometimes Mexicans or Latinos still get kind of a raw deal?
Sometimes, some places, yeah.
And when you came back to the United States, how did you make from World War II? How did you make a living?
Hammer.
Hammer.
Yeah.
In other words, you did construction work,
Yes,
carpentry
yes,
work, kind of rough construction
yes.
work, and all that.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I go to school to cabinet maker, and it helped me to work.
And that was what you went to on the GI Bill, or the government paid for that. Is that right?
Yeah, you're gonna pay. Yeah, we get paid.
So you did that all your years, and you had a big Did you have a big family or a small family?
Big family.
How many children?
8, and one dead.
One passed away.
Yeah, one when you burn. Yeah.
What do you think of? Times have changed a lot, huh? Things have changed a lot in America.
Well, in the way of living, yeah, because it's too high the living right now.
When you say it's too high, do people live too high, or does it cost too much to live?
It costs too much to live.
Does it?
Yeah, right now, yeah.
And when you were young, now there's a drug problem. People smoke marijuana. They do crack. they take steroids. They do. Do you remember much drug usage when you were young?
No, nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing. In the army, when I was in the army, I didn't see nothing. So all.
But did you get drunk a lot over there? Did you see the guys drinking a lot of beer and stuff? No?
No,
Not much drinking
not
either.
much drink. But over here in the other Vietnam, I have nephews. When I was there, they come out crazy, smoking marijuana and everything. When I was over there, I never see.
Never saw anything like that?
No. But right now, in San Diego yesterday, they caught 800 pounds.
800 pounds of marijuana?
Yeah.
Well, what do you think? Do you think that what do you think of people that smoke marijuana? You think that's awful? Do you think it should be a crime? You know they're legalizing it in some places. What do you think?
I think they should not.
They should not legalize it?
No, because they do a lot of things crazy.
When they smoke marijuana?
Yeah.
Well, some people claim that now I don't know if this is true, but some say that from Mexico is where originally people smoked. When you were a boy, did you ever see see anybody smoking marijuana, anything like that? You never saw that?
Yeah, I used to work over here in Corpus.
Uh-huh.
And when we, in dinner time, there was guys working with
Uh-huh.
and they wanted, they're smoking, my boss, they run him out, they go smoke somewhere else.
So you saw people smoking marijuana when you were just almost a boy then?
Yeah, it was when in lunchtime when we were coming.
At lunchtime?
Yeah, I saw.
Do you remember Prohibition very well, where they didn't allow the sale of alcohol? Do you remember that, when you couldn't buy alcohol? Prohibition?
No.
You don't remember that very well?
No.
I think Prohibition was was that in the 40s? That was right before. Was that right before World War II or right after? But you never remember a time where you couldn't go in and get a drink. You don't remember that?
No.
So have you stayed in Alice all these years?
Yeah.
Alice in the area?
Yeah, because I raised on the ranch, and then after the war, when I come out, we went to Alice, started working over there.
Well, the ranch that you were raised on, was it your parents' ranch or someone else's?
Well, my father planted, everything, corn. I like the ranch. When I started working in Alice, I used to rent ranch. I used to have
You used to rent land to ranch?
Land.
Or to plant, whatever?
Land. I used to rent together with my brother. We have a lot of time, but when they left me by myself, I stayed 11 years with 500 acres.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have a...
You liked it, but did they have, what did you use? Did you have modern tractors and all that?
Yeah, I have a tractor.
Why did you quit doing it? Not enough money? Why did you quit doing it?
Well, no, I just because I was making pretty good money because I work in Celanese and big plants. And
you worked at factories too, Celanese and all that?
Yes. And Beaver and the base by 10 years.
Oh, so you worked different places.
Yes. Yes. They pay me more outside.
More than you could. They paid you more working for the Celanese and those
Yes,
jobs than you could make
yes.
working on your own land, right?
Yeah. And we used to work in Fremont, and that big plant one time it explodes, and we worked during the week 12 hours.
Uh-huh.
And Saturday 10 hours, Sunday 8 hours. And you know, about 10 years I work in Boston, I miss church only one day because my friend, he broke the pickup, and I told him, don't worry, I'm going to bring mine, and I pull you up. Pero,
You said you missed work one day? Or
I missed one day, like church. And I tell my boys, they miss church. Easy, I don't know. I still going to church every Sunday.
So you missed church one time, you said?
Yes, in
10 years.
10 years. And he wasn't I make an apostolado, you know, because I was helping my friend.
So you still go to church, is that right?
Yes.
What do you think about a lot of the social change, a lot of the changes in America since you were a boy? Are you surprised they're talking about men marrying men and women marrying women?
Well, that's bad.
Is that bad?
Yes, I think.
And they're talking, and I guess on what you're saying, like in Colorado, they're making marijuana legal. You think that's bad too?
Yes, because the Latinos, they get crazy just drinking alcohol. They mix marijuana with alcohol. But
So when marijuana is mixed with alcohol, you think it's worse?
It's worse, yes.
And that.
That's what I think, because I see a lot of people, friends that they were nice at day, you know, in daytime, they were nice. I used to, my helpers, you know, they smoke marijuana.
Yes.
And they were nice.
They're nice.
But at night, they'll fight or something. There's a lot of guys. One time I was working high, say, take one cigarette, you feel more high. I never touched that.
You never touched any of that stuff?
No.
So, what do you think do you think everything's too expensive now? Do you think the average American is better off now than when you were a boy? Is he better off or worse off than when you were a boy? The average American.
Well, we had a rough time. 32 when you plant something and they make you throw it away. They kill cows, and so they were crazy. That was in that time.
I'm sorry. When you said when you were younger, there was you saw a lot of violence, and
yeah,
you did, and things are more. There's more peace now.
Yeah. Roosevelt fixed all the. You know, when Roosevelt started, they started a GI form with MP, a lot of, even in the school, they pay over there. When I go to school in San Diego, they pay boys to sweep the sidewalk just to to
Give them some money.
Yeah,
Were you ever in the WPA? Did you ever work under the Roosevelt, some of those government jobs? Did you do that at all?
No, I never went to
You
that.
never did that?
No.
But you think that was a good program he did?
I never did that.
You never did.
No.
Was there any? So, have you ever thought? Now we have people join the service to go to Iraq
Yeah.
and Afghanistan and all that. We have an
Yeah.
all-volunteer army. Do you think that's a good idea to have a volunteer army, or do you think we should bring back a draft? Or have you thought about that?
I guess it better volunteer because if they take you, it's not the same.
So when they took you, were you shocked? Were you surprised? Did you expect it coming?
No, and because like I say, I have only 2 years in San Diego, and the rest of my life was and then they sent me all over the state. So it was, I wasn't.
How were you drafted? Did they send you a letter that said greetings? How did you find out about the draft? How did you find out you were drafted? Did they send you a letter? Did the government?
Yeah, they sent me a letter. Yeah.
And then you just reported. Where did you report to? Where did you go to?
We went to San Antonio. From San Antonio, they split people so everywhere.
So when you went to San Antonio, and you what did they do? Give you a physical? They gave you a physical?
Oh, yes.
And then they sent you, did they send you immediately to the service, or how long did it take before they sent you out?
Send me out from where?
Well, you did a physical in San Antonio,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Then they sent you back home?
No.
No?
Yes, when the first time, yeah.
Yes.
And then they sent another letter to report to go to San Antonio. If you don't pass, yeah.
And you were in the service with all kinds of people, different people, right?
Yeah.
Not only with Latinos, with every different kind of person. Is that right?
Yes.
And did you all get along okay?
Yeah, I know. I have my first soldier. He was a German, and he treated me nice. He used to play with.
So when you were in the military, and you were in the army, right?
Yeah.
You didn't have any problems with discrimination or ill treatment at all?
No, not in the army.
Not in the army?
No.
Just maybe back then, some when you got out, is that right?
Yes. No.
But some of those jobs you held when you were, some of those jobs at Celanese and all that, those were pretty good union jobs, right?
Yeah.
So you weren't discriminated against. Do you remember any time you were discriminated against when you were younger?
No.
No?
No. When I working over there.
Not working at Celanese or anything?
No. But to work over there, somebody had to push you.
Push you had to know someone.
Yeah.
So it was the same way then as it is now. You have to know somebody to get a job.
Yes,
Is that right?
right. Yes. I had a good friend there. He put me there.
What was your last job you did? What was the last time you worked?
Where?
Yeah, where or when did you last work?
Was it in Carpenter?
Okay, so you were working as a carpenter last?
But less work.
And you work for yourself?
No, I work with companies.
Okay. And I guess, a lot of people say, now there's an argument saying that Social Security retirement isn't good. That people shouldn't, and I think that was started under Roosevelt. What do you think about Social Security? You think it's good?
I think so. It's all right, but a lot of people they don't they, I think so. It's enough money to live.
It's only enough to live,
Yes.
but you think
If you take care, I mean,
if you're careful.
yeah.
So you think the United States we should keep the Social Security program as it is?
Well, they should raise it up
They
because.
should pay more money?
Well, yeah.
All
They already raised my Social Security. And the Army too. The VA
Yes.
raised too.
The veterans, veterans retirement, you should think should be raised also.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming on. This has been Mr. Ramon Trejo. Ramon Trejo, thank you for coming on, sir. World War II veteran, a little bit of history at Normandy. And thank you very much. Sir.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Nice. Thank you. Good night.
Yeah.